KOD checking in. Hip hop since 1987. We live in the building.
Yeah, as he said, KOD checking in. We live in the building. We live in the building. Albany, New York. You already know how they get down.
Upstate, man, the capital. We here. You know, we putting on for NY.
All right, so you being from Albany, right? You know, New York City is like home of hip hop. 50th year, we in the 50th year. Shout out to the Bronx, all that. But you upstate, right? So that being said, how has your journey been as an artist? Because I know New York City itself is very resourceful with things for entertainers. So you being a little bit further up, what's your experience?
Being upstate, it's like a gift and a curse, you know what I mean? Because you get to develop your sound and have like a different standard in terms of New York as a whole. We got our own little lane that's different from like the city per se. So I say it's a gift and a curse too, because it make you kind of bottled in. It kind of make you stay in terms of your city and in terms of your networking. Make you kind of stay locked in your area. So it's a little gift and a curse. We branching out right now. That's how I'm talking to you.
And that's so funny, right? Because your newest single release is, well, from the top of the month, I'll say, is Upstate Drip. So tell me, like, was that like everything you just explained to me? Is that the idea behind the title of the song?
Well, yeah, Upstate Drip kind of brings a lot of things together that I got going on. Upstate Drip is also a store that we got going on. Shout out my brother Stack Brad. He owns the store Upstate Drip. That's where we do a lot of our merch at. That's where we started doing a lot of the upscale clothing, Chrome Heart, a lot of the Mary that I had on my first leg of my tour last year. I went and got supported my brother and got tapped in with Upstate Drip when I came home. So we took the song, incorporated our business, and incorporated the vibe in general with us coming out of upstate New York. And me having my different singles like LAX. Kind of, you know what I mean, give us like, all right, this is upstate now, this is us now, we dripping too. So kind of all came together.
So that being said, you do have an album coming, if I'm not mistaken. It's called 30 for 30, right? Are both singles going to be on that album?
Yeah, 30 for 30 gonna have Upstate Drip, LAX. It also got our Channel 10 little single that we just dropped. And it's gonna have our next video that we shoot too. 30 for 30, the album title, the title track that I should say. So definitely gonna be a good project.
Are you an independent artist?
Yeah, we an independent artist like SBMG or everything that's from my Ice Stack Boy music group. That's me and my brother label we started and we funded. We got Stack Boy Studios too that we record. And you know what I mean? We use that to help everything come together too. Yeah, we got the studio, bro, got the clothing store, we got the label. So we really try and push everything in the lifestyle.
Because my piggyback question off of that is like, I feel like a lot of people look on their phones and think that this is just want to get up, I'm gonna put some nice clothes on, let's go. Everything's supposed to be for free, right? No, this is literally an investment. You have to invest to see the return. Even when you get signed, that's the loan. You know what I'm saying? You gotta invest to see the return. So how has your experience been knowing that you have a label with your brother and you're funding studio time and you helping other people? Like, how did y'all get to that point?
Man, shout out to 480, man. We had to really lock in and kind of trap it out. I ain't gonna lie. Like, really get in the trenches and really pull that money out. I came home and I honestly started working at T-Mobile. Took a couple stemmies, invested those, trapped it, got it out the mud for real. And able to slowly invest.
It's like, a million ways to get to it. Like they talk about, it's a million ways to get to it. He's tripping. When did you? All right. So from the moment you actually started your career as a recording artist up to now, what are a few words you would describe the transition has been?
Oh man, I just say manifestation, really. Cause at first, like when you wanna up and up, you just like, I don't know, maybe this, and I wanna be a rapper, or I wanna be this, that, and the third. But then you start putting everything in the work, and then you kind of might get discouraged at a lot of points. And that's what it's been for me, because I've been doing this since I was young, since I was 14, 15 in the stool. So I just had to really persevere and start manifesting and shit. Like, you know what, I'm gonna make it happen and like get my mind set on and shit. Like, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do, and like I really map it out and really draw it out if I have to get it done.
So while we wait for 30 for 30, right? Like you said, you've been doing this since your childhood. So while we wait for that body of work, you know, there are going to be people who, especially where you're from, right?
Yeah.
Looking up to what you have going on because you're actually lifting something off the ground and it's working. So, what is one tip you would give to somebody watching you right now?
One tip I give is somebody that's especially on the same type of timing in the field that we in with music, I tell them, like, just take that leap of faith and hit the road, because, like, that's one of the biggest things you gotta do right now is hit the road and just get out there and see the shit, really, and feel it firsthand, to believe it and start really making that shit come to life.
Straight from KOD, no risk, no reward. And tell us where we can follow you at.
You can follow me online, Kayo Da Don on IG. I'm on, you know, Twitter, KO518 on Twitter. I'm on TikTok, KO518 on TikTok. I'm on Snapchat, Kayo Da Don. So everything either Kayo Da Don or KO518 for me on all socials.
All that. Big KOD. Follow us at Hip Hop since 1987. Thank you for talking to me.
No problem.